What's going on, Just One Dime Warriors? This is Seth keeping it real. Today I'm going to show you how to find products that make you rich, products that you can sell on Amazon. And we're going to focus on demand and competition, the two most important factors when you are trying to rank a product and get sales. Hey everybody, this is Seth keeping it real. When I got to 20,000 a month on Amazon, it only took me 5 products to get there, and 3 of those were 80% of that revenue. What I want to show you today is how to pick products that make you rich. You don't want a ton of products doing a little bit every day or every month. You want a few products doing really well. Then every time you add on, you just exponentially, massively growing your business. It's so much less work in the long run if you take more time to find the right products based on keywords than if you try to launch a whole bunch of half-ass, limpy, sort of halfway-ish products. I'm going to show you how to do that. Now, there are really 3 parts to this, and each part is very simple, but there's a lot of details you need to know. First thing you're going to do is you need to find your keyword. I have other videos on how to do this. In our coaching program, we go way more in depth on this, but you need to find your cluster of keywords that all point to the same product. Go to merchantwords.com, and by the way, guys, if you use merchantwords.com/justonedime, you can get the subscription for $9 a month. It'll save you a lot. It's normally priced at $30, and sometimes it's priced at $60. The last time I checked, it was actually at $60, not $30. So save yourself some money and use this link here. But I'm going to go up here, and we're going to search a keyword. And let's just say we've been doing some search for a while, and we discover that inverted umbrella has a lot of potential. How do I know this? Well, because it has over 20,000 a month searches on Merchant Words. If I was looking at this at keywordtool.io, I would make sure it has at least 15,000 searches. If I was looking at this for the United Kingdom on Merchant Words, I would make sure it has at least 10,000 searches. And for most other countries, 6,000 searches a month. So just the word inverted umbrella alone has 124,000 searches. That's a lot. And then you can see all these long tail variations off of that, which gives you a ton of ideas for differentiation. So I'm just going to start with that word. I'm going to come over here to keyword autocomplete, and I want to find out, is it ranking well? So I'm going to type in inverted umbrella. And what this will do is it'll show you the autocomplete. So if you go to Amazon.com and you begin typing in inverted, it'll start finishing off the word for you to show you what people have been searching. Well, when you use the JOD Toolbox autocomplete, which is right here, listing optimization, keyword autocomplete, it saves you a ton of time. And now I'm going to sort by rank, and I'm only interested in the ones that are 1 to 5. And as you can see, we have a ton. Now, what's really cool about this is offering me a whole lot of long tail keywords. This means people are looking for green inverted umbrellas, ones for men, ones with Elover, I'm guessing that's a brand, and I probably just murdered the pronunciation, ones for a dog, or maybe with a dog picture on it. Inverted umbrella, a J-shaped handle, inverted umbrella for kids. I mean, look at all these options. You could do some major deep diving on some of these long tail keywords to find out which ones you should use to know how to differentiate your product. But obviously, this has major ranking. I mean, all of these are 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. And even if I go all the way down to 10, I'm still seeing a ton of inverted umbrella stuff. Now watch this. I also want to see, by using the asterisk, if there are any words in between here. So inverted something umbrella. So I'm going to hit search. The asterisk will just fill in a slot for any other words that are being searched by Amazon shoppers. And right here you can see inverted C umbrella. So it has a C-shaped handle. So now I know based on this that the search volume is excellent. It's massive. I know Merchant Words. I know that the ranking for keyword autocomplete, and again, I'm using JOD Toolbox, listing optimization, keyword autocomplete, is really, really good. And there's a ton of data and options for that, which I could spend the rest of the day talking to you about how to differentiate based on that. But that's something, again, we save that for our team. Now I'm going to go over here and I'm going to add it to a maze out. And I already added it just to save you time. If you don't know how to do this, watch a different video. But basically, I have it in here. It's a tracked product. And I want to go straight to how do I know if there's enough demand and competition? The reason demand matters is it's telling you how much people are paying for it. Keyword search volume alone is not a strong indicator of demand. It has some validity, but not enough. The best way to find out demand for any product is how much money it's producing. How often is it selling? On the other hand, so you have demand over here. On the other hand, you have the competition. If the competition's too great, it's going to take a lot of time and money to rank and get your listing showing up on the first page of search results when they type in some of your keywords, one of which could be inverted umbrella. However, if it's too low, that may indicate there's not enough market potential and not enough people searching for it. So I'm going to look at these two things. And your goal is you want the demand to be really high and you want the competition to be as low as possible. This is how we ranked our Amazon store so quickly. We were starting off at just a little bit, selling stuff around the house, selling whatever we could, selling off books. Then we started doing arbitrage. And some of those we began to private label. We'd test them, they'd sold well. So we'd have our own logo on, our own design, and then we began to sell that on Amazon, and that began to rank. And over time, we figured out, man, there has to be demand, but if the competition is too great, you get buried in the search results, and that's not what you want to do. So coming back to here, you're going to see all this data, but the first thing I'm going to notice is the sales. Notice this daily sales are 263. Now here's the way I like to look at it. If at least 10 of the top competitors are selling a minimum of 12 times a day, that's a very strong indication that the sales volume, that means the number of sales, which is different than sales revenue, which is the total number of cash coming in from the purchases, that means there's a lot of potential. There's a lot of demand. And I can see right here, it tells me 263 daily sales. Well, of what? It's of these guys right here. These are the top competitors. Ignore the other 809. Even if this says 80,000, do not let it intimidate you. No offense, but they are nobodies. They don't know what they're doing, and they represent the average Amazon seller who doesn't make money on Amazon. That's the truth. Really quick rabbit trail. This is why it's so important you know what you're doing. Study, learn, get someone to help you so you can scale it fast. Do not be the average Amazon seller who makes nothing on Amazon. A lot of people won't tell you that, but that's the truth. If you go look at surveys, most people with Seller Central accounts make zero because they don't know what they're doing. Get the knowledge you need so you can rank. I just got a message on Facebook this morning. Someone's sales have increased over 134% since she joined our team because she's taking the knowledge and she's applying it. Now let me show you how to do this for your store. When you're here, you see 20 competitors. I already filtered these out by clicking up here so I know that they're all relevant. Now, I have 263 sales. All I need to do is 263 divided by 20, and that's 13 sales per competitor per day. That's really, really good. That meets the minimum criteria I'm gonna go for. And here's something else you guys need to know. When you're looking at 12 sales per day, if there's just 4 competitors that are 12 sales per day, that should be a concern. I wanna know at least 10 of the top competitors are doing at least 12 sales a day. Why? Because that tells me that no 1 or 2 or 3 sellers have cornered the market, making it really difficult for me to get in there. This is where the demand and the competition are so interrelated. They're like peanut butter and jelly. I'm getting hungry now. They're related. You have to look at both. And you're looking for a big dichotomy or stretch between the two. High demand, lower competition. But just make sure that those sales are spread out amongst around or more 10 sellers. Let me give you another example. Let's just say 3 of these top 20 sellers were doing 80% of the sales. That's a problem. Do you know why? Because maybe there's a brand that people are loyal to, and when they go to Amazon, they type in the brand all the time. And therefore, they're loyal to that brand. By the way, Jod Toolbox Keyword Autocomplete can show you which words are being typed in a whole lot, so you can be careful. And if they're brand loyal, you may have a lot harder time breaking into that category because the branding is already so strong for those particular sellers. This is why I try not to get too worried if it's a massive big box store selling it. The question is, are they doing a good job? Are people loyal to the brand? I don't care how big the brand is. The question is, are people going to Amazon to find the brand, or are they just looking for the product? Or do you have the opportunity to get your brand ranking so well people specifically look for yours, just like they did with the Yeti tumblers? So based on this data right here, this is a very, very strong potential. Now I'm going to show you a little trick you can do. If I come over here to competitors and reports, I can actually scroll down and look at all of those top 20. And if any of these are not relevant, let's just say one of these was not inverted umbrella, this wasn't inverted. And by the way, if you guys know what I'm talking about, inverted umbrella means it closes the opposite way. So when you're walking through a door, it doesn't clothesline your umbrella. You get inside, your umbrella's out there, and there's water all over the floor. I can move this to ignore it if I want to, so it won't show up on here. But right now, we're looking at data for the top 20. All of these are relevant, therefore, it helps. Now, I can look at their daily sales. Look, the top one is 20. And notice, even though these look the same, the difference is they're 2 different variations off of the same main product. So they both count. In other words, if someone actually searches inverted umbrella on Amazon, both of these are going to show up separately from each other. Therefore, I'm not going to ignore one of them. I'm going to keep both of them. 20 sales a day, 20 sales a day, 20 sales a day, 19 sales a day, 18, like you can see, and it's sorted by BSR, so it's going to get lower and lower. The sales are really strong. Even this person down here, the Wasing, This is the lowest of the sellers, and they're still doing 10 sales a day. This is not bad, and I'm sure we could do better than this. If this is all the photos they have, I bet you we could utterly crush them. If you have too many sellers all selling off that same keyword, you might have a problem getting ranking. You need to show up on that first page of search results. But if all the people on the first page of search results are high-end sellers, you're gonna have to spend a lot more money, do a lot more PPC ads, do a lot more giveaways to get there. So let me show you how to look at that. If I come over here and I type in inverted umbrella, you can see all of these autocompletes. This is exactly what we were looking at before over here. These, remember when we did this, guys? All of these are autocompletes. It gives you the full list. So if I type in inverted umbrella and hit search, we're gonna see who are the top sellers based on that keyword. And there, you can, remember we saw this one? There's one, there's two. Now I'm just gonna scroll through and you're gonna see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Each of these are 5 across. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 across. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So in this particular category, there's actually 30 results that come up when I type in that keyword. What that means is if there's over 30 competitors, I'm not going to consider selling this product because it's too difficult to rank. But in this situation, there's 30. Usually 20 is the marker, but in some categories, the results are gonna come up different. And when you type it in, you'll actually get more search results on that first page than if you typed it into another category. So based on this data, I definitely can compete because there are 30 search results. Now keep in mind, this isn't the only place you wanna look. So I'm also going to type this into my application, my seller app. And check this out. Now let's see how many show up here because a lot of people buy on mobile devices. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So it's 20 before it stops and has to think to go to the next one. And I know for a fact that if you go to a browser on your mobile device and just search there, it's around 15. So obviously there's bigger limitation on mobile devices ranking because of the space. So we got 15 mobile browser app, you get around 20 before it has to spin to pull up the next one on your Amazon seller app. And then you also have 30 when you're looking at your computer. So it's something I'm still definitely interested in, but it's definitely high in the competition. So now I know two things. I know the demand is high and I know the competition is somewhat intense. Now the other thing I'm gonna do is look at the actual listings. Like how good are they? If they're kind of crappy, it'd be easy for me to compete. But if they're really good, I'm gonna have to work a lot harder to rank on that first page. And guys, I would never even consider selling a product if you don't plan on ranking on the first page. Otherwise, you're just spending a lot of time and not making a lot of money. So I'm gonna go back over here and I'm gonna look at some of these listings. Let's go with this one here because it's obviously ranking one of the best and this is an organic result. Okay, one of the reasons they're ranking so well is they have all these varieties. Look at this. Tons of varieties to pick from. So someone's chance of getting exactly what they want is strong. So they probably did a massive purchase of a ton of these in order to make this work. Now, if you see all these green numbers on here, that's because I'm using RevSeller as well. It gives me a lot of data. Immediately I can see its ranking, 221, which is super great. It's top 0.01% in this category, which is absolutely amazing in sports and outdoors. I mean, this is an extremely high ranking product. So in order to compete, I'm gonna have to probably likely do a lot of varieties. And if I don't, I need to find something that the competitors are doing wrong and do it better in order to get purchases. For example, if I go over here to the reviews and I come down here and I am going to sort it based on, let's start with 2-star. The reason I don't look at 1-star anymore is because they tend to be biased. When someone gives a 1-star to your product, they're probably having a bad day and a headache and the dog scratched them and they busted their toe and so they're gonna take it out on you. But look right here, cute but be very careful with the strap, broken after 2 days, break, bent, okay, it's cheap. What happened is they're getting a lot of sales because of the price and the variety, but it's a cheap product. So if you came out with a more quality product and specifically fix the issues that are not fixed here, you have a strong chance of ranking for this one. One more thing I wanna show you guys. Now that I know that the demand is strong, look at the daily sales. Oh, and by the way, the daily revenue is awesome. 5,000, that is not bad, just for .com. That does not include all the other Amazon .somethings. 20 competitors, kind of stiff, but not too bad for this category. The last thing I'm gonna look at, and this is really important, is the product evaluation tool. This is so key. Now you can get this. Just below, follow me on Instagram, and I will drop it on Instagram for you. at Seth Kniep, Kniep. Just follow me on Instagram, and after a few days, I'm gonna drop you the link so you can download this and get it for free. Guys, before I forget, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell so you get a notification every time a new video comes out. Our goal is to bring you the very best content for making money online on Amazon, eBay, Shopify, e-commerce, Facebook ads, all these places, marketing. We'll do everything we can to help you crush it. And guess what, guys? I'm giving out $120 a day. We are picking people who subscribed and shared it on social media. All you have to do is do that, share it on Facebook or Instagram, I don't care where, and then on the video comment, subscribed and shared. And we're gonna pick one of the best comments and we're gonna send you 120 bucks every single day for the next month. We're giving out $120 every single day. Our goal is to get to 100,000 subscribers as fast as we freaking can. So back on here, what we're gonna do is notice here flying orange. Now, the way this works, this is really cool. It allows you to have a ranking. See how you have monthly, daily sales? We just talked about this a minute ago. So if it's selling 0 to 5 times a day, well, that's weak, so it gets a 0 rating. If it's selling 6 to 10 times a day, that's better, all the way up to 41 times a day. Well, in our situation, when we come back here, we can just take 263, divide it by the number of top competitors, 20, it's selling around 12 a day. So that would get a ranking of 8. So what I would do is I would drop in 8 right here, and I can do it right now. Watch this, guys, 8, inverted umbrella, okay? So it's selling 13 times per day, got a ranking of 8. And then if I come over here, I'm gonna look at its monthly search volume is extremely high. Let's double check it. We're looking at 124,000. So if I go over here and I go, okay, nice, 124,000 monthly search volume, because 40,000 and up gets a 16 ranking, it therefore gets 16. And if you come over here, you can already see that it's auto-calculating a rating. It's already at number 24, and we only filled out 2 of these columns. See that? There's all these other variables you want to look at when you're looking at a product. I just want to give you the 2 most important. Oh, and also the competitors. So look at this. Number of top performing competitors in column N right here. So because we're between 21 and 24, it's only going to get a 4. And now if I come over here, you can see that number was added. Now we're at 28. Use this tool. This is free. Again, follow me on Instagram. I'll give you this tool for free. Once this adds up all the numbers, all you have to do is come over here and you can see already we're at ranking star 1 because the total number is 28. Once you filled out all this data based on your research, you can figure out, is it a 5-star, 4, 3, 2, or 1? Anything between 3 and 5, I will strongly consider sourcing. Again, 3 things. Number 1, make sure the demand is high on the keyword volume and the keyword ranking. Search the keyword. Number 2, drop into Amazout and find out how many top competitors there are and how many top sellers. Amongst top of the 10 sellers, if each is at least doing 12 sales or more per day, that is a good parameter to go by. That's a strong indication you can rank this thing. And number 3, drop it into the product research analysis tool. The one I just showed you. Follow me on Instagram, I'll give it to you. You can fill out all the data, and on the right, you can get a ranking on the product and what to expect. Guys, I hope this is super helpful for you. I wish you success. Again, as always, keep going, don't give up. You guys take care, bye-bye. It took me only 5. Let me say that again.